Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and I am your coach of the New York Noiverns. This is our team analysis for the PGL Season 4, week number 7. We are going up against Vinny and the Denver Digletts, I believe. Link to his stuff will be down in my description, so go ahead and check him out. Really cool guy. Really excited to be facing him. He has a pretty cool team. He has really scary. I'm gonna get into it in just a minute. But before we do, I'm going to talk about the mons that I could be bringing. So I have Yveltal, Mega Swampert, Ferrothorn, Goodra, Togetic, Meloetta, Raichu, Scolipede, Miltank, Anorith, which I actually I dropped Typhlosion for Anorith because rain and stuff like that, and Rapid Spin and Stealth Rocks and you know, that kind of thing. Aqua Jet, Priority, blah blah blah. And then I have a Zelf. So then we're going to be talking about the mons that he could be bringing. So he has Kyurem Black, Azumarill, Mega Scizor, Starmie, Crobat, Infernape, Cresselia, Magneton, Honchkrow, Licky, Gourgeist, and Crustle. So the first thing that you guys notice on his team is the Kyurem Black, which is very scary. One of the best wall breakers like ever. Like, it's the thing is, what's a switch in the Kyurem Black? There are no switches to Kyurem Black. You have to, you know, check it offensively. You have to bring something in that's faster than it and kill it that way. So, and then he has Azumarill, which is you know, hits really hard with huge power, and you know, play rough fairy. He's a fairy type and bulky. He's pretty bulky water. Then he has Mega Scizor, which goes really nice with it. So, if, in my opinion, those top three are definitely coming against me. Like, the way my team is, like, I don't have a switch into Kyurem Black. Azumarill is his only answer to Yveltal. Mega Scizor can sweep potentially. If it gets to +6, it can sweep. And then he has the other mons down below, which we're going to talk about. Starmie, which is it's a fast rapid spinner, which I think it can come. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely a possibility. I feel like Crobat would come because it's a pretty solid answer to my Scolipede if I'm not running like Rock Slide on it, because it can kill me before I get a speed boost. So I can definitely see him trying to do something like that. Maybe he could even run a Choice Scarf, and then even if I do get to +1, then he could still kill me with a Brave Bird, that kind of thing. So you definitely bring the Crobat there. Infernape can wreck shop against my team, against Grass Knot for the Mega Swampert. Close combat can destroy things, and then Thunder Punch and Overheat and, you know, stuff like that. It's very scary against my team, especially because of the coverage it can get Gunk Shot potentially for the Togetic. So it's you know, priority Mach Punch and stuff. So very scary. Cresselia, I don't think it's gonna come because I have a Scolipede and I have an Yveltal, and Yveltal, if it's max like attack adamant with like a Life Orb knockoff, just kills it. No matter if it doesn't matter if it's fully physically defensive or not, just it dies. So that's something that, you know, I don't think he's gonna bring. In Scolipede, I'm pretty sure we can 2 a KO with Mega Horn. Maybe if it's like specially defensive, we might be able to OHKO it. I didn't do the calc, but you know, if I'm bringing it in on the Cresselia, the chances are it's like I can go for a substitute or something, and then he would try to Thunder Wave me or whatever, and then it causes problems for him. So he's probably not gonna want to bring it. He could, but I'm prepared for it. But you know. Then he has the Magneton, which is, I think, is a pretty good answer to some of the mons on my team. Like Togetic, I can't like Togetic. It deals with it very well. It deals with Yveltal. If it's like Choice Scarfed, it can like Thunderbolt my Yveltal. If it wants to be running Hidden Power Grass or something, it could also trap my Hidden Power Grass would hit my Mega Swampert. If it wants to run like Hidden Power Fire for my Ferrothorn and be like one of those steel trappers, it could do something like that. In Volt Switch and stuff. That's good. It's good for him if he wants to bring it. So then he has the Honchkrow, which I don't really see coming that much because I really don't. I mean, it could be like pretty scary with Sucker Punch and Brave Bird and stuff, but I don't really see it coming. I don't see it coming because I just think that he has other wall breakers, and it's kind of slow. Like, it's 71, and then I have like a lot of like base. Like, I have like Scolipede, which you know, because of the defenses and stuff that Honchkrow has, like, it can't really live some of the hits, especially like because if I'm adamant. And you know, I can EV to like live maybe like a sucker punch and then stuff like that. So I don't see him really bringing it. And I also, you know, I have some pretty, you know, bulky, physically defensive mons, like, you know, Mega Swampert can eat one Brave Bird and stuff. So I just don't see the Honchkrow. Licky is definitely a possibility because of its huge, you know, bulk. Like, it can switch into a Dark Pulse from Yveltal, which is crazy. It can't live like two knockoffs though, and it can't really live like, you know, a combination of the two, but it's definitely a pretty good answer for, you know, some of my specially offensive mons like Politoed, Goodra, you know, Raichu, Meloetta, stuff like that. It can take on Togetic pretty well, and then things like Azelf maybe, if I'm not packing like a fighting type coverage. Usually, because I don't have like a, you know, a mon that's like hits like super hard physically, you know, with fighting type moves, unless I'm like Meloetta with like, you know, the puree form with close combat, stuff like that. So it's definitely a possibility. He could bring Gorgeist, but I have Yveltal, and you know, I don't really see him bringing it with, you know, me having an Yveltal, and I know he's very scared of Yveltal, so I just don't see him bringing it. Crustle, I think, could be a very good lead for him. Definitely a really good lead, you know, with Sturdy and then Stealth Rocks and then Spikes. If he wants, he can run Shell Smash on it and then blow me back. So I have to watch out for the Crustle. Definitely something that I'm scared of. So now we're going to go into the team that I brought. So the team that I have here. Let's see. I'll go into Showdown right now. So I have, starting off, my Mega Swampert, 156 in HP, 252 Adamant, 12 in Defense, 4 in Special Defense, and then 84 in Speed. So I just, basically, in the rain, 84 is all I needed to outspeed everything on his team, you know, except for things that are Choice Scarfed. This speed, doubled, will guarantee me to outspeed a Jolly max speed, Crobat, so that's why I have that speed investment there. 252 in attack with Adamant Nature to hit as hard as I can, and then I kind of just dumped the rest into my HP, keeping the number of HP in an even like a uneven number, an odd number, so that would, you know, for Stealth Rock reasons and stuff. The Earthquake is just to hit, you know, generally everything that, you know, isn't like immune to it for pretty hard damage. Waterfall is also, you know, for in the rain, just hits things really hard like the Infernape and stuff. Low Kick is something that I have on there for the Kyurem Black. It also hits the Mega Scizor neutrally for this, like, for the same amount, so I didn't have to run Hammer Arm to, you know, risk, you know, the speed drop and stuff. So I have Low Kick for that, and then I have Ice Punch just for, you know, coverage of, you know, like such as the Gorgeist and stuff like the Crobat. So I have you know, things for like that. Ice Punch is just for those things. Now we have Milk Tank here, which is I think I'm gonna lead with it, like, no matter what, because I have T-Wave here, that can just really T-Wave anything. I have Double Edge, which is just for general damage, chip damage. Like, it's not invested at all, but it does like 30% to things that are like 30-40% to things that don't resist it, so that's nice. And then I have Stealth Rocks on there. The Chople Berry is just in case, like, he wants to lead off with Infernape, and then he'll have to debate going for, I don't know, he could have like the Stealth Rocks on it, but I think he's going to be more of like a Choice Scarf variant with like, or maybe a Life Orb variant with like Close Combat, U-Turn, Thunder Punch, and Mach Punch, that kind of thing. So if he wants to run like Close Combat can't kill me with, you know, all the HP investment, and then the Chople Berry. The speed I have is to outspeed a like mild Cure and Black that's not like, you know, like timid max speed or something like that. So, or hasty max speed, one of those kind of things. So as long as it's not like timid max speed or hasty max speed, then we can outspeed it. I have some special. I have a positive special defense nature, so I can live like an ice beam. I think I can live like a. I think I can. I don't think I'm 2 KO'd by an ice beam from the Cure and Black, so that's nice. And it's really just so I can get like guaranteed to get a Thunder Wave on it, unless it's like Choice Scarfed. If it's Choice Scarf, then I can live 1 and then T-Wave it, and then it basically is not as much of a threat as it usually is. With the... Then I have Heal Bell on there just in case he wants to... just in case he brings like his Cresselia or his Gourgeist and wants to like, you know, do, you know, Thunder Waves, Toxics, and Skull Burns maybe from Azumarill if he wants to bring that, or Starmie. Gourgeist with Will-O-Wisp, stuff like that. So I have Heal Bell on there generally just in case. And you know, it's always nice if just in case I get frozen, or you know, Thunder Punch, you know, paras and stuff. So just in case, I have Heal Bell on there because I couldn't really think of another move on there. And then Double Edge, like I said before, is just for general chip damage. So I think I explained that pretty well. So now I have this Yveltal here. Knock off Oblivion Wing, Hurricane, and Dark Pulse. Oblivion Wing I have only really just to get my health back, and you know, if I need to, if there's something I can just knock out without, you know, without worrying about Hurricane and stuff. Like if I know, like for example, Hurricane, it can knock out Azumarill after rocks, I believe, because I'm Life Orb and like max special attack with a positive special attack nature. So it's let's say I don't have to go for Oblivion Wing when I think he's gonna switch into the Azumarill because it's gonna be at full health. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say there's like a Gourgeist there and it's at like 30%, right? I'm gonna go for Oblivion Wing because I know it's gonna kill. Stuff like that. Or if it's like a paralyzed Infernape, I will go for the Oblivion Wing, get all my health back from like whatever Mach Punch damage he does to me. Stuff like that. So the 136 in speed is to outspeed, I believe, the Cure and Black. Yep, because 149 is that magical number there. That's not like, you know, timid or hasty or whatever. So I have the knockoff Oblivion Wing, Hurricane, and Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is for, you know, the Cresselia, Crustle, I mean not the Crustle, the Gourgeist. I can basically OHKO the Magneton and do a shit ton of damage to like everything like the Cure and Black. The Oblivion Wing is just, it just destroys like everything that's like not resisted. Like for example, like the only thing that can take a Hurricane from my Yveltal is really the Licky and the Magneton, but they can't really take a knockoff and an Oblivion, what was it, Oblivion Wing? Like Licky can't take a knockoff, and then like a Hurricane or a Dark Pulse, like it can't take 2. Like they're all 2 KO. So it doesn't really matter. Like this, he doesn't really have a switch in to Yveltal in this matchup, so that's kind of nice. The only thing that he has is the Licky, but if I go for like a Dark Pulse first, and then he takes like, you know, 30%, and then I go for the knockoff, he's dead. So it's what I'm hoping for, basically. Then I have this here. Did I talk about this spread? Yeah, just to outspeed and then max special attack, and then I dumped whatever was left in attack. Yeah. So this is basically a pretty good answer to the Crobat, somewhat to the Azumarill. And if I have Bulldoze on there just in case he wants to try to trap me with the Magneton. Also, for, let's say he thinks he has a safe switch into the, you know, with the Infernape, and then he gets caught with the Bulldoze, you know, he's going to take 40 to 50% with it, and then he's going to get a speed drop. I mean, I still won't outspeed him regardless, but it's going to force him basically to go for the U-turn because I'm going to have to switch out. So I know he's going to go for the U-turn, like, no matter what. because, you know, I could switch into something, live a hit, and then I'll outspeed him. So that's what I'm trying to say there. So Spikes is there just because there's really nothing on my his move pool that I can get that would really help me with the rest of his team. Like knock off I could run on there, but that only really hits like the Cresselia and like the Gourgeist, and it just didn't seem like worth it to me. I'd rather get up like a layer of Spikes, because with the layer of Spikes, and then like Stealth Rex up, I can guarantee a lot more kills on things that resist Stealth Rocks, like the Magneton and stuff like that. So that's kind of nice for that reason, especially because like Azumarill, it's not like weak to rocks, so it just takes, you know, like the normal like 12.5%, and then if I get like the layer spikes up and it takes more damage, it's nice. It's good extra damage that really helps me with like some of the knockouts. Then Gyro Ball is there just because I can OHKO the Cure in Black after rocks. Power Whip is for the Azumarill. I can't touch Mega Scizor at all, so I have to switch out every time it comes in, because I'm basically just setup fodder at that point. I can do a good amount of damage to the Starmie with the Power Whip. I can basically do a KO with the Crobat. I can't really touch the Infernape unless it wants to switch into a Bulldoze, you know, twice. Cresselia, I don't even think it's coming, so I'm not really too worried about that, but I can Power Whip it for like maybe like 20% damage, and then I can switch into something else that will handle it better. Magneton, Bulldoze gets 2-hit KO'd. Honchkrow, I don't think it's coming, but Gyro Ball should do a good amount to it. And Licky, I'm thinking that the Power Whip would do an okay amount to it, but I mean, I'm not going to stand there and try to go, you know, toe to toe with it, especially because I don't have Toxic on it. So I mean, this is really just a handle. I mean, I can live a hit from the Cure in Black too. I can live an Ice Beam, especially because I'm sassy. So that's basically why I have that. And now I have my my Rain Setter and Politoed, Scald, Hydro Pump, Focus Blast, and Encore. Hydro Pump just destroys everything. I have enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Crustle. You know, the modest max special attack, just so nothing really wants to switch into it besides really the Licky. And the Cure in Black, it gets 2 KO'd with Focus Blast. I have Encore on there, so for the, you know, Mega Scizor, if he wants to try to set up on me, it's gonna get Encored into Swords Dance, and then I'll be able to Scald it or Hydro Pump it, and, you know, go from there. Hydro Pump in the rain, just with modest nature, max special attack, like just it does a whole bunch of like wall breaking to his team that you wouldn't think that it does, but because of this HP investment, I can live a good amount of hits, better than I would as if if I wasn't invested. I can switch into the Cure in Black, and as long as it doesn't have Fusion Bolt, or like like let's say it just has like like the Earth Power, and like the Ice Beam, and then I don't know what else it might carry. It might carry like Substitute or something. Like I can switch into it because it wouldn't have the Fusion Bolt. So, and it's something that I gotta look out for, but I'll scout for it and stuff. But I can basically I can switch into Swampert with it pretty well. But I think my main check too is the Ferrothorn, because it just OHKOs after rocks, and this is my main counter to Mega Scizor, because even at +6 a Bullet Punch doesn't kill me, and then I 2 KO him with Earthquake. So that's basically the way I'm planning on this game going. I don't know how it's gonna go, but if you guys enjoyed this team analysis, go ahead and throw down a like for me. It is greatly appreciated. I'm gonna have the match in maybe about 10 minutes or so. So wish me luck, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.